What's up, Lorehounds? It's Cooper here, checking out Sword Coast Legends, the next thing coming from the Dungeons & Dragons universe. We're here with Jay Turner, the narrative director over at Endspace, who are making the game. So, obviously, D&D, huge universe. Yes. Everyone knows all the cliches and stuff like that, but you guys are taking the best aspects, and probably one of the biggest that hasn't been around recently, the DM is actually being a big part of the Sword Coast Legends. So why did you guys choose to actually bring in the DM as a definitive role?
Well, the whole idea of this game was to bring the tabletop experience to a video game so that you can play with four buddies and, have that same sort of banter and the fun, making fun of each other, being happy when people critically hit, all that social aspect without being an MMO and interacting that way. We wanted to bring it in and have like the intimate group experience. And that was really the core idea of the game, just that Dungeon Master with players experience where you're working together to have as much fun as you can in a Dungeons & Dragons role-playing situation.
So, and it's not the Dungeon Master versus the players or vice versa. It's actually you're both trying to experience this story.
Right. Well, traditionally, tabletop role-playing is almost like a social contract between the players and the Dungeon Master. And if we want to have a competitive game, we can attack each other or whatever and have that sort of rivalry. But a lot of groups want to have a co-op storytelling experience where the DM is there to tell a story and the players are there to enjoy it and tell a story back. So what we wanted to do was make it so that there is a reason for the DM not to go out and just be bloodthirsty killing everybody. That's kind of people's first response when they
was mine.
But over the time you start to see the benefit of helping them out. The threat mechanic, the rating system that we're going to put in, there are benefits to being a DM that is interested in the players having fun, because that will increase your ability to have fun. So we kind of want to shoot for that. We're all around the table. We're all friends here. We're all working together to have a great time kind of experience.
And so these are very distinct roles. You have the players that are in whatever archetype role they are, a healer, a tank kind of thing, and then the DM who is in the role of giving the story, giving the challenge, and kind of drawing them into that creative process. What about progression? How does, because I'm not progressing my character if I'm a DM, but if I'm playing, I am progressing those characters and making them better over time.
Right. The characters will progress from level 1 to level 20 currently. And you can progress through the story mode or multiplayer or DM, however you want to play. It'll be your character. You can take your story mode character into multiplayer. The DM doesn't currently have a progression roadmap, but he does gain Dungeon Master loot over the course of the game, of a single game, and you have every tile set, every monster that we have in the story mode ready to play with from the beginning.
So you don't have to unlock all that stuff.
No, we're not like, okay, you have to play 50 games in order to gain the ability to lock a door. No, we have all that stuff right away. So Dungeon Masters are free to create the stories that they want to tell. I mean, this is a starting point for our DM tools. We're listening to our community, finding out what people are interested in. We have a list of things we want to put in when we have a chance. So there's going to be feature upgrades and stuff like that for the Dungeon Master. But right now, you have access to every art asset that we have access to, and more, because you can customize all the monsters. You can make a big orange ogre or an army of zombies from Thriller music video. Like whatever you want to make, you can make that. You have almost infinite creatures as long as you can work out what you want to make.
So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see the split of the player base there, because there are people who won't want to DM or who just kind of want to go through and just play and level the character. Do you guys have any expectation of, only 10% of the people will routinely DM?
It's funny because we're honestly not sure. We're trying to take the pulse of our convention meetings and our forums and the people that we talk to on the floor at PAX. We got a really good number of DMs down there. Right now, 1 in 5 is a DM, so that's 20%. And we're interested to see, if the fans want more DM stuff, we'll work toward more DM stuff. If the fans want more story stuff, we'll work toward more story stuff. We're a small group, we're very agile, and we're ready to react to what the fans want.
Yeah, I think
we're gonna look at the numbers and see, if there's a lot of people playing DM. If there's not many people, we'll do something to make it
more interesting,
appeal to more people. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something you're a little more standoffish. Like, it's like, all right, I know how to play a tank, I know how to play a healer. Everyone's done that, but to be a good DM, that's a challenge.
Well, to be a DM is fairly easy. I mean, you learn how to do it in 5 minutes, right? Like the whole demo is 15 minutes, and you were doing just perfectly. I mean, you were making creatures, creating things that we'd never seen before, in the space of a 15-minute demo. To be a good DM, you can spend some time offline and build your campaign and have quests with conversations and stuff like that. To be a good DM, it takes time anyway, but the tool set looks intimidating, but once you get in there and start feeling around with it, it's really not that hard to make an experience that people can enjoy. And we're finding that people are intimidated at first, and then once they get in, they're just like, wow, that was a lot of fun, that was easy.
And I think one of those things, the reason people have been intimidated in the past is because previous games that had DM and DM roles where you almost had to learn the code, or like it was very difficult.
Yeah.
Like, some of them you literally did.
Neverwinter Nights, it had its own scripting language that you had to learn, and it was not easy.
No, but so you guys removed that, and it's the very, the point and click nature of, and this is on the fly. I was going in, dropping monsters behind them, in front of them, on the fly, based upon a resource that I had to manage. And that was very easy. But also there's the offline mode you mentioned.
Right.
And that has a different tool set, right?
It is the similar tools, but there's no threat limit, so you can clear out the whole dungeon and add in your custom monsters however you want. When you're playing live, there's a threat limit just to kind of keep things honest, but you can build dungeons, you can place them on our map of the Sword Coast. You can go places we don't go in the world, and you can unlock them with a quest. Like I find a note, and now that I know that there's that dungeon, the dungeon unlocks on the map, and now I can click on it and go there. You can fill in text on the loading screen. So when a dungeon's loading, it says, like, this is my dungeon. There are many like it, but this is mine, or whatever you write. The tools are really robust. They're simple. They're quick. The idea is we wanted you to be able to go, like, I've had a long day at work. I want to make a game for my friends. 10, 20, 30 minutes. We've got a game I can play tomorrow all day long.
So Sword Coast Legends, we are going to be doing some 4-with-1 co-op play. So when can we get our hands on it?
September 29th, PC, Mac, and Linux.
And $100,000?
And $18 million. No, it's currently for pre-orders. It's, I think, about $34.99 on Steam. And you can order packages on our website, swordcoast.com. Some of them will include 5 codes, so you and your friends can go in together. And there's an awesome Belafos statue that you can get if you want to pay the premium price. But we're all super excited. We can't wait for the end of the month. See what you guys think.
Be sure to check it out on instant gratification. Thanks so much.
Thank you.